Okay, let's get started. To start learning about universal design, let me first show you a photograph that I took recently in Norway, where I visited. Even without the text, which in this case is in English and Norwegian, hang on, let me zoom in on the icons on the signage so that you can see it more closely. Even without the text, just from the images alone, we have a fairly good idea of the directions that we need to take for many things, because the icons used are commonly known worldwide. They are universal icons. The letter P in the circle usually means parking in most places worldwide. The coffee cup usually means a cafe or coffee shop. The image of a taxi or bus, these icons tell us where to get a taxi or bus. In this photograph, you can begin to see an example of how, no matter where we are in the world, and no matter what language we speak, we can begin to understand where things are just from the use of icons and graphics that are globally recognized. So let me show you another picture. Here, the use of color is another way that we can overcome barriers to make things more universally understood, because colors tend, for the most part, to be universally understood. Red generally means danger or risk. So even if you do not speak English and you walk through this airport, you get the feeling that red means a warning. In this case, it's to say that you must declare things at customs if you are bringing in anything to the country that you need to declare. And the green, like on traffic lights, means to go freely. And in this case, it means that if you have nothing to declare, you are free to leave out of the exit. And color, as we can see, is very useful in universal design and in wayfinding. Icons like you saw in the previous picture and the use of color in this image on screen now, these are just two examples of using universal design. Now let's look at a definition of universal design to discuss that. So in this definition of universal design, so this is universal design in general. Universal design is about creating products, services, and places that work seamlessly, whatever the ability or age or background of the user. The goal is to ensure everyone can use these spaces without needing extra adaptations or specialized modifications. It highlights inclusivity and fairness in usability. In other words, we want to make places more inclusive when it comes to wayfinding, and we can use universal design to help achieve this. The next definition, this is more specific. I've adapted this more to be specifically for wayfinding. So what is universal design in wayfinding? So I've said for wayfinding, it's about creating places and spaces that are intuitive, inclusive, and usable by everyone, regardless of their physical, sensory, or cognitive abilities. Spaces should be designated to accommodate diverse needs, enabling all individuals to orientate themselves and to navigate these places or spaces independently and efficiently. So, when spaces use universal design, everyone generally benefits. Not just people with disabilities, but we want all users to benefit. So think of ramps, originally designed for wheelchair users. We now realize we need to think about parents, for example, parents with a pushchair or stroller, travelers with luggage or baggage that they need to wheel up a ramp. So inclusive design now and universal design, when it incorporates inclusive design, needs to be for all users. So in the next lesson, let's take a look at accessible design and how it overlaps with universal design. It will all become clear. See you in the next lesson.